still see Gina today as that girl I met when she crossed her legs, and was taking my, planning our Halloween party when, I literally see her the exact same way. That spark that lit up in me then, it's the same spark, it's the same.
My first thought in the morning is of him. My last thought in the night is of him. Thinking of the other first before you think of yourself.
It's really a decision, it's a choice to love. And I think that's actually what supports a marriage through a lifetime, is that decision, the choice to love, to serve, to give, to be good friends, to have fun. Everybody experiences difficult in marriage. I always go back to the words of our Lord, right? Pick up your cross and follow. We have to think about life as like, we are going to have to pick up our cross. We are going to have to encounter difficulties. How do you do that? When we anticipate everything great. It was really the small little things that seemed to be infused with meaning because they were authentic and they were infused with love. But I think every day is really a miracle when you focus and contemplate and realize the blessings that exist in your life right now.
Grass isn't greener on any side of the fence. So you just fertilize your side and love on it, because the more you fertilize it and invest in it, then you can create whatever you want to create out of your marriage and your life.
Life isn't about you. Life is about choosing to love. We find ourselves when we give ourselves to the other.
Once you understand what it takes to be this harmony of love, it means that it's loving the other despite their strengths and their weaknesses, whether it is in the physical, emotional, psychological, spiritual, everything. It's all part of the package, and it's all part of this oikonomia of love. So in terms of what others should be thinking of as they're preparing themselves for marriage, it's not this idea of trying to fix any little things that we have to in our personal lives after marriage, but it's beginning to pray for ourselves and for the other if it is not truly something that you discern is the best for both. If you are not sure, then it's better to pull back, get counsel if needed from others who know you or the others. And that way, when you get to that point, you have not just a sense of peace, but it's such excitement. You just cannot wait for that day. It just gets better and better and better with time.
My first piece of advice would be to choose wisely. Keep thinking back to why it was you fell in love with that person in the first place. It's the same person. And think about giving 51% in the relationship. And look at yourself. If you're giving 51% or a little more in that relationship, and then the other person is giving 51%, you've really got something good going.
For us, whatever is best for him is going to make our marriage better, because I'm going to try to make that happen. You have to sometimes give up a little bit of what you want, and in the end you realize it really is better for your marriage in the long run, and it comes back in spades in all sorts of other miraculous little beautiful ways. And it's not the big grandiose vacations or diamonds or whatever it is people buy each other for those things. It's just these little sweet experiences that you want to do for them because it makes you happy too, to make them happy. Love you.
Love you too, honey.
Living a life, especially as a married couple, you take on challenges. And we've weathered, the good times and bad times. Thank you so much for being there for me and for being there for my parents, my dad and my mom, and for cooking those wonderful meals for my family. I know that you open your heart and try and be there for the girls, the granddaughters, and you.
I love you, and I appreciate everything you do for me. And I'm going to cry if I say anything more.
Well, and what I like to tell John all the time is that he's my hero. I just admire you, John, so much because of your virtue, and you help me every day want to grow, and I'm excited for us. Not only every day that we get to spend together, but I'm excited for eternity too.
I'm thankful for my life, grateful for our journey, very grateful for my husband and the wisdom that he brings to our family and the joy that he brings to the circumstance and to our daily life.
I've made every couple do this. If you would share an on-screen kiss. I know if you may be uncomfortable. You don't have to.
Okay. Mwah.
I'm glad for the constant yes that you and I create in our lives, even now. I am so glad we are constantly saying yes to whatever is in front of us. I'm glad that we hold hands during challenges. We don't lose each other in that. I thank you for listening to your heart and just deciding that I was the one you wanted to spend the rest of your life with.
Thanks, love. I'm just amazed you even said yes in the first place. I never thought I'd ever find anybody like you. You know, when I left the seminary thinking I have to try to see if I can find someone that I can be with, someone I can raise a family with, I had no idea if it would ever happen or not. And then literally within months to run into you and then fall in love with you the way I did, and for you to fall in love with me the way you did was something I never could have imagined. I wasn't really confident it could ever actually happen until you came along, and then you made it happen. So I'll always thank you for that, no matter what, no matter how, and no matter where things go. And I always kind of go back to that thinking, right, that such a gift and a blessing you've been in my life that you're even here. It's kind of a miracle I get to wake up next to you every morning. I love you.
I love you too.